Hello everyone, my name is Rafal and welcome to my vlog. So today's vlog I would like to dedicate it and talk a little bit about social media, and I want to focus particularly on Instagram. For the last 7-8 months I've noticed drastic changes in my Instagram, and I'd like to share with you guys my experiences and basically give you a little bit of tips and advice how you can improve your Instagram. And before I jump into this, I just want to say that unfortunately nowadays, and doesn't matter if we like it or not, we as a photographers, we have to have a social media presence. And I found that it's not easy, it's a lot of work, but that if you're gonna put the right amount of work, you're gonna also see results. I'm getting a lot of bookings from social media. I'm getting engaged with my audience, with my clients, and I know there's a lot of discussions and there's a lot of, I would say, good sides and the bad sides of the social media, but overall I think if we can manage this properly, we can definitely benefit from it big time. So let's talk about Instagram, because I just want to share with you guys a lot of stuff what I've changed and how that drastically changed my Instagram. It's fascinating, and I didn't expect those results, but I was doing a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors, and I did my homework. I tried to learn how to make this work. I was listening and tried to find a lot of informations from influencers and people who actually know how to manage this stuff. And I've learned a lot of stuff which I try to kind of combine today and share with you guys, because that's gonna help your headshot photography business. And if you're not even in headshot photography industry, that will also definitely help you to make this work and create something which you're gonna benefit and you're gonna see some amazing results. Okay, so let's jump into it, and I have 10 points which I'm gonna go through and briefly discuss how you can improve them, and also I'm gonna show you how this is work for my account and what happened over the last 8 months. So let's jump into it. And the point number one is be consistent. This is one of the biggest one, and this is one of the most important one. Just because you post once a week, it's not gonna do any good for you. You basically just teasing people and they're not gonna take you seriously. So there's also some kind of algorithm. So the social media platforms, those people, they want you to be as much and spend as much time as possible on those sites. So the more you post, they take you more seriously, and basically they kind of level you up, and then they give you more I would say visibility, and this is extremely important. So you don't have to spend a lot of time on social media, but as long as you post stuff and you keep it consistent, that's what it's matter. I personally don't spend a lot of time just basically scrolling through, you know, million different accounts. I do my thing, and I just basically I move out and I do my other stuff. So the point number two is provide value, and this is what I'm gonna focus the most, because this is what's gonna make huge difference in your account. So just because you post good quality photo, that means absolutely nothing in my opinion. There's tons of amazing photos on Instagram, and if you just post another one, you're gonna be drowning between all those great photos, and nobody gonna notice you, because people just gonna scroll through, they're gonna look at it and they're gonna move on. So in order to change that and to get someone engaged in what you do, you have to provide some kind of value. And I'm gonna show you like real example. Back in the days, I used to post just the photos and I didn't get any engagement, I didn't get any response. Like basically the amount of likes and amount of views were very poor. And as soon as I started providing the value, I started sharing behind the scenes photos, I started providing all my setups, I was providing all the informations which could help someone else to create similar photo. Then what happened, I was just blown away. basically I got way more engagement. People started to really paying attention what I do because there's something for them. So I started creating amazing value for them, and then this is how this whole thing started kind of going. And then when I could start seeing some results with my Instagram. So what I would like to say here, I'm going to summarize this fairly quick. Don't post just images. Create posts which going to create some kind of value for your audience and people who are looking at your photos. As soon as you start doing this, you will notice drastic changes. So whenever I create my content, I always ask myself, would I personally would like to see something like this? What is for me into those posts? What I can gain from it? So whenever you start kind of like questioning yourself and you start kind of like having the answers, okay, this is a good post because there's this information, there's that information, and that generally helps me with my business or my photography and whatever I do. So focus on that and do this for couple months and you will see huge difference. So let's move on to the next one. So the next point is don't mix family and your business stuff. This is huge one. I used to do this mistake for many years. I was posting pictures of my family and then I was posting my business stuff, and people were just kind of confused about what I'm doing. Nowadays I strictly focus only on business. I don't post any images of my family, of my kid. I'm trying to kind of keep this away, and basically I don't put any images of my family on the social media, period. But I know there's a lot of photographers out there who mixing this whole thing stop, and that's why also it's kind of slowing you down because people just don't know what to focus on. So try to focus on one thing, or create another account just for yourself and your family, and then you can put your stuff. But if you are a professional photographer, I think you should have business account and you should focus only on the business stuff. That's how you're gonna kind of gain a little bit more trust, and people gonna know why they're coming to you, and they can get the informations what they are looking for. So the next point is respond to your audience. This was something which I was very bad at, and I was just neglecting all my audience. I was getting a lot of questions on social media and on my Instagram, and most of the time back in the days I was just ignoring them. I basically didn't care. I like when they like my photos or they ask the questions, but I never have a desire to respond to them. Nowadays, and it's even harder for me because there are so many of those questions and there is so many stuff which are coming in, but I'm trying to respond to all of them and make sure everyone gets the answer. Everyone gets the kind of thank you from me for acknowledging my work, or basically saying they like the work or whatever they're saying. I'm trying to respond to them and be engaged with them. It takes a lot of time, but unfortunately we have to find a time to respond to those people. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do it because, as I said, there's more and more people getting engaged, but I'll try my best to respond to everybody, whoever is involved and whoever is supporting me. I want to make sure that I appreciate their comments and they're getting acknowledged, because that's how you build the trust, that's how you build your brand, and this is extremely important. So the next point is use proper hashtags, and this is a big one because I know as a fact that there is some hashtags which are banned, and as soon as you start using them, basically your account will be kind of silenced. And I didn't even know about it. I basically find out about it several months ago, and I had several different hashtags which I shouldn't use because they're banned. I don't understand the entire process, why Instagram decided to go that kind of path. Maybe someone from the audience will know and can give me some explanation. I'll try to find it. I couldn't. But if you start using those banned hashtags, you pretty much putting yourself in the risk that they're gonna try to kind of put your account in the silent mode, and you're not gonna get enough response. Your post's gonna be kind of hidden, and it's gonna be pretty much hard to kind of move on. So go for your hashtag list, check what you're using, and make sure you're using the proper ones and those ones which are not going to harm your account. So the next thing what I would like to talk about is be patient. This is a big one, and this is something which I need to address, because I know nowadays we are very impatient. We want to have results right away, and we want to make sure that as soon as we post something, people are going to go crazy over this, and that takes time. We need to somehow wait. We have to be, as I said, consistent. We have to keep working, and we'll see the results. But unfortunately, nowadays things don't happen overnight, and we definitely need to somehow learn this patience. We have to somehow have the long-term plan and make sure that we consistently work on it, and then we'll see the results. They go slow, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. It's not a sprint with social media, it's a marathon, and we have to basically think long-term. That was a big problem for me. I definitely, like everybody else, I always wanted to get the results overnight, but that's not gonna happen. And whenever you guys even start making changes to your accounts, make sure that those things don't happen right away. But as soon as you will figure it out, you're gonna be kind of more prepared for the journey, and I'm sure it's going to work eventually. So the next thing what I would like to talk about is try new things. With social media, everything changes so drastically that sometimes it's so hard to even follow up with some of those stuff. Things which are working right now, maybe 6 months down the road, they're not gonna work. We're gonna have to come up with something else. So the good thing is do what works, and also at the same time watch what everybody else is doing, and watch what we can do to improve our posts, our content, and everything. What do we do? And this is what I'm trying to do for the last several months. Every time I'm trying to find new ways to impress my audience, and try to kind of give a little bit of extra to all my posts, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. It's not easy, because as you guys probably know, on the top of the stuff what we do, we basically have to also focus on social media, and that's not easy process. It's a time consuming and it's a lot of work, but the one advice what I have, do those things in steps. Don't kind of throw at yourself a million things, and because it's gonna be really hard to manage everything. So you really have to kind of spoon by spoon add it a little bit of extra every time, and then you will see you will start growing. Okay, so the next point is, don't be discouraged by haters and trolls. This is something which is extremely important, because that's what slows us down big time. And I know a lot of photographers out there where they take things very, very personally. So whenever you get the bad comment, or someone is after you, or someone is trolling you, we start questioning ourselves. Is our work good enough, or we maybe shouldn't post this because we're gonna get those trolls? And I had tons of stories when it comes to the trolling and haters and all this stuff. We could spend probably hours here, and I'm sure you guys would have also tons of different stories about how someone treated you badly on social media. But unfortunately, we have to grow the thick skin and make sure that we're not getting affected. We on the path of doing things, and we have to basically go after our goals, but don't kind of get discouraged that someone from who knows where doesn't like your photos and is trying to kind of take you down, and trying to make you feel bad about what you do. just ignore these people. I know it's not easy. The best way, I'm giving people one chance, and if someone is kind of like very hateful towards what I do, I'm trying to be polite back to them and try to explain them. But if they still after me, I simply block them. This is the best way to solve those kind of problems, and I know sometimes we shouldn't do that, but if someone doesn't like what I do and have a time to basically go after me and try and kind of hurt me and you know, just do the bad stuff, you know, I don't want and I don't need these people in my life. So that's something what takes time to learn, but as soon as you will get it, it's much easier to live with those kind of people. So the last thing is, and I want to also finish on the positive way, is be positive. This is something also extremely important. This is what I've learned over the last couple of years. I don't spit out all my problems and issues and things which I don't like. I'm trying to keep positive and make sure that you know, everything what I post there has some kind of positive aspects. That also kind of brings people towards to me who are positive. If we kind of spit only negative stuff, those are the kind of people we're gonna attract to ourselves. So try to be positive, even though sometimes I understand we have hard times and hard days and difficult and frustrating, but at least I'm trying to keep positive spirit, because that's what kind of I think is also attractive. This is something what you know, people want to see, and people gonna respond to this. So I hope that was interesting. I could yap for about another couple hours, but I think this is something what I would like to share with you guys, and this is something what hopefully will help you a little bit with your social media. You can apply those rules to any other platform, to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. Those things I know for work. Those things takes a lot of courage, and we need to basically change the way of thinking a little bit, and we need to address a lot of those stuff, and we have to change the way we do. But I can assure you that I've tried those things for the last several months, and I see amazing results. So hopefully if you start applying those things into your social media, I can bet money those things will help you too, and you will see amazing results. It was very long vlog, but I definitely wanted to share those stuff with you guys, because I also want you guys to grow, and I want to make sure that also your businesses and your career is growing, and I want to kind of grow with you guys. This is extremely important, and that's why I share all those information. So thank you for watching. If you last that long, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you guys know how to find me. Please feel free to contact me, and we will be in touch, and I will do another vlog very shortly. Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.